Hello, welcome back to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. It's Hack the Box Friday, and we're doing a haircut for medium on Hack the Box, which is obviously the next one for us to do. I have this already set up. I have Burp Suite open. I have MSF already running, and that's it. Everything is ready to go pretty much. I've also changed my laptop, and I don't just mean the OS. This is not a new laptop, but a different laptop. It's only an i5 8th gen, but it's better than the previous one. It's got like 32 gig of RAM and things, so things are a bit quicker this time. But because this is a new system, don't get confused. T5, all ports, A flag. There we go. Because this is a new system and I've just installed all my tools using my very helpful video, then there are going to be things missing, right? And there's going to be things broken. I do know for sure that GoBuster, I used to do GoBuster followed by dir or DNS or something. But this particular version, you actually have to give a flag for that. I think it's M. Yeah, the M flag here. So you can choose dir or DNS. So you don't have to put it at all, and it will default to directory. DNS obviously being for subdomains and things like that. I've also installed dir search because I didn't have that last time. Oh, good. We've got port 22 and port 80. That did not take long. That did not take long at all now, did it? So let's put this in here, and we're going to check out port 80. What are we? 10, 10, 10, 24. So let's go there. Okay, that's terrifying, but okay. What is that? Oh, I see. Right, let's check the source. Nothing here. Let's check the cookies. Nothing here. Let's check robots.txt. Nothing here except a 1.10 server. So speaking of all these directory scanners, go away. Speaking of all these directory scanners, we will do GoBuster first. GoBuster. We don't have to specify the M flag unless we're doing subdomains. But we do the U for this. We do the W with tools, wordless, sec lists, followed by discovery, followed by web, followed by, shall we do the directory? Could do the raft as well. Hello? Is there no directory? Oh, there is directory list. There we go. Lowercase, we'll do the big one. And we'll give that, what, 50 threads? Okay, so that's running. That's doing its thing. So let me show you how dir search works, because this one we've not actually done before on the channel. So all it's saying is put in the U flag, and that comes up with its own word list with nearly 11,000 words in it. But this also by default does extensions. So if it finds the word hello in the list, it will check hello as a directory, and then hello.php, hello.aspx, hello.jsp, hello.html, hello.js. And I can add things like this to text, so you can get text files and stuff. So I quite like dir search. It's quite nice. And then of course we have derb, which also can do this, but you need to actually specify the extensions with the X flag. Make sure we're running okay. We seem to be. This is looking quite okay. Looking quite okay. Right. So I'm not going to run derb because we don't need to. We've got two others running already. This is 40% through its own list. This is, oh, am I giving it too many? Okay, I may have given GoBuster too many threads. We're going to clear this. We're going to run this again with 20 threads. Just see how that does. It's found the uploads here. So let's check that out as well. Okay. DirBuster. I don't use DirBuster. GoBuster. finds others, but we get 403 access. Well, it's forbidden really. 403. It's not really access denied. I suppose it is if you want to think of it that way. Let's see how dir search is doing. You can see this is also found. It's got test.html. Well, that looks good. Let's do that. Now the thing about test.html is that that was not found. Because that was not found on the other one because this has got an extension. Extensions. Oh my god. Hairdressing. Extensions. I understand. Penny's just dropped, guys. The penny's just dropped. That is so clever, if it's intentional. Not only is it clever, it's also dumb at the same time. Carry curl. So what do we do with this page then? Hang on, this is giving us the hint that we need to be testing for extensions, right? That means I can probably at this point kill GoBuster. Right, let's give this a word list. I've got a feeling, but I might be wrong, that this doesn't like relative paths. We'll soon see word lists, sec lists, web, not web shells, discovery, then web. I don't know how many threads to give. Let's do 50. I did it before and it kind of messed up, but the word list does not exist. Right, it doesn't do relative paths. You need to give it the absolute path here. So we're going to go home, sabretooth, desktop, streaming, sabretooth at Nethemba / tools, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This contains some, I don't know. Well, it contains a name, so we might be able to use that as a username later. Yeah, okay, so extensions. Oh, this is going to take forever. I'd love to give it 100, but I've got a feeling that it will actually kill it. Is it worth trying anyway? I just want to see how long it takes to do 1%, and then I'm going to stop the video until this is done, and then I may do a brute force on the subdomains as well. But I mean, there's that hint with extensions, yeah, and the fact that test.html actually exists. What a stroke of fortune that I installed dir search, because I've been saying for like maybe 3 or 4 videos now that I've been wanting to change this laptop, and the time I do it, I was able to install dir search, which I completely forgot about before, and it's come up trumps. That's incredible. I don't really want to mention trumps on this channel, but anyway, no politics, guys. That is just random. That is absolutely insane. Okay, so it's taken a fair amount of time to actually get 1%. So I am going to stop the video. I'll be back if it comes up with anything, or when it's finished, which could be a couple of hours away. So have fun. Right, guys, I thought I'd come back. I know it's been a couple of hours. I've been asleep. Right, I've noticed that when doing this, I ran it through burp using the proxy, and you can see that it had a few with extensions, and then all of a sudden these just stopped, and it's literally just the words and not the extensions. So that wasn't working, and the way I've gotten around that is I use the F flag here, and that forces extensions on every single word. So even the small list now has like 571,000 words in it because it's multiplied by 5. So I'm going to go again until it finds something, but at least this time it's picked up test.html and index.html. So the reason why it picked up test.html the first time, even though it didn't wasn't scanning extensions, is because test.html was probably already in the list that I was testing, that I was running. So as you can see, even with 50 threads, this is going to be crazy even on the small list. So I thought I'd just come back to this and see if it pulls up anything, and if it does, then great, and if not, then sad times. I will be back once more, I'm sure. It's already 10 to 8 p.m, so I was hoping to have this done by this point, but as it happens, as I say, I sort of went for a walk. I didn't really sleep. Back soon. And back again, we have a result. We have hair.html. So here's another site, another page we could be looking at. And I'm hoping it's not a dead end like test.html. Oh. Is this the same as index.html? So that's going to be kind of disappointing. Oh, different image name. That is c.jpg. And index.html has... Oh, it's the other way around. I see. Okay. Bounce.jpg. Okay. Well, look, we're getting some files with some extensions. We're getting some here with some extensions. So as you can see, this is probably the way to go. We're pulling up all these pages now. But again, it's just a case of waiting at this point. Now, as these are all HTML, now this is ridiculous. Let me just cancel this. No, I will continue. I was going to say, what I could do, if they're all HTML, I could get rid of the PHP, ASPX, JSP, and JS, and literally just have HTML as an extension. I may as well just leave it. Because I don't know the technology. It's running on Nagin, so it's probably PHP, right? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I come back because I've decided, that what I'm going to do is change the list of extensions that it loads in with. And the reason why I decided to do this is purely because I figured you may want to see how this is done. And that's here, because I've literally just looked for this file, nano etc dir search default conf. You can go here and you can literally get rid of all the ones you don't want. Like, we're not going to want probably ASPX and JSP, and probably JS as well. So we'll keep PHP and HTML running, and force extensions is false. If you turn that to true, I'm guessing that would... Oh, permission denied, obviously. Because we need sudo to edit this. So we can set force extensions to true, and now it should do extensions by default, which, to be fair, we might not always want. No, that's fine. We'll put it as true, because we've got GoBuster and Derby if we want to do something different without. So we'll keep PHP, we'll keep HTML, we'll get rid of JS, we'll save that, and now if we run this again here, we probably don't need... I've got 1,000 threads running. That we probably don't need this F on false. And now you've only got PHP and HTML extensions. It's found index.html, which is a good sign that it's actually running the extensions. It's got test.html as well. So now, instead of however many 500 odd thousand or more, there's 326,000 words here. So that's not too bad, I guess. I think 1,000 threads is a bit overkill, and it probably is going to cripple the server, but we're not actually getting any errors yet, so that's good. I just want to make sure it picks up here.html. I can't remember where that was, how far through it was. And then we can just leave this running, but obviously I may have to do the medium or even the big list, which could take all night. It's 2 minutes to 8 p.m. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'll come back if it finds anything. No more tweaking. I'm leaving it like this now, and we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't remove PHP from the list. Look, we have expose.php, and with this being our first PHP file that it's found, this could be interesting. So let's head right there. Have we actually found something now? Oh, here we go. We've got something to do. Nice. Brilliant. So I may as well leave this running. I can't take a copy of it, unfortunately. So the search with extensions shows expose.php. Right, there we go. We found something. Still not saying this is the way forward. There's a lot of useless pages here. So, location you would like to check. Requesting site. Total. This looks familiar. Received. Average speed time. Why does that look familiar? Curl. Carry curl. Ah, okay. Hmm. Yeah, this doesn't have any of that. Yeah, we're not getting any of this, but this normally appears with curl if it's bringing back a lot of information. Okay, is this using curl to do this? In that case, let's do some injection with I don't know, ls. Oh, okay. Oh, fine. Okay. There is a field which uses curl to pull data, I assume. This and this are blocked. Let's see if we can bring back a reverse shell. That's going to be the best thing. The problem is if we can bring back a reverse shell, we can't actually run the thing though, can we? Well, one thing at a time. Let's see if we can first, and then we'll go from there. What are we going to do? CD pop shells. Nano php reverse shell.php. So we can set our IP. Try hack me 10.10.14.10. I don't think that's true. 10.10.14.7. Okay. Okay. So nano python 3 we're opening a HTTP server on port 80. What am I doing? Why did that happen? Help. Oh, I didn't mean to do nano. I meant to do sudo. Idiot. There we go. So we're going to go HTTP 10. I can't remember. I literally just set it. Was it 10.14.7? Was that right? I think that was right. PHP reverse shell.php. See, it brings things to the page, but it doesn't actually execute them. I need to be able to push it to bash, but I can't do that without a pipe character. Huh. Right, let's take a look because we're running curl and it allows minus. Right, okay. We can pull a rev shell to the page, but it is just printed rather than executed. It allows minus, so I wonder if there's any flags we could use here. That probably makes the most sense to look into, right? Cool. Well, there's one way to find that out. One way to find out if that's going to work. We'll do that with the H flag for help. Yes, usage curl options, H means. Brilliant, this is great. Nice. Nice, let's do a print screen of this. We can use the H flag to well, we can use the H flag. So it does action our flags. So what I need to do is find out what curl flags are going to be useful here. Data, file, get help commands, protocol, write to file. Write to file with the O flag. Okay, because I mean we can upload file as well. Oh no, let's transfer the local file to the destination. Okay, I think the O flag is what we need. So what if we do HTTP 10, do that, but instead of reverse shell, how about we try c99.php? That one doesn't always work. So c99.php with the O flag, which is c99.php. How's that? Let's try it. Failed writing body. Failed to create the file c99. Permission denied. I've not got permission here. What else do we have? We've got uploads. We've got uploads. Hang on. What if we do that again with uploads /c99.php? Will that work? Ooh, that one works. We can use the X flag to write to a file. Let's try this. So go to uploads /c99.php. Okay, so we've got 500 internal server error. So that normally is what happens when we can't use c99 here. So what we're going to do is just go back to php reverse shell.php instead. And of course, I need to change it here as well. I didn't forget. So that was written as well. Let's change that to this. Start a listener and CLVP1234. Right, the fact that that's loading and not actually doing anything probably means that we've got a shell. Brilliant. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. This gives us a shell. I guess we are the www, yeah, we are wdata user. It just says that here. Absolutely. We'll also get the uname as well. And we'll also get the, oh, it says it's Ubuntu, but maybe the version could come in handy. So let's cat etc release. I think it's OS release, but there you go, that's fine. We'll get all that info and just push that to the notes, because all of it could be useful or none of it could be useful, but it's better to have it than not. So we're on a 64-bit system here. We're on Ubuntu 16.04. Not much else to say. I guess at this point we can limpies, right? I assume so. So let's first go to home and just see who's in here. Maria. Okay, we've got our first flag, even as the www user, www data. That's useful. We've got a flag. So all we need now is to root the thing. Let's see. Probably now I don't need to keep this running. We don't need to keep that running anymore at all. Let's clear that as well. Fine. Ooh, that was an echo. I think I just harmonized with a couple of my violins up there. So the question is now what? Well, let's get limpies. Now I could curl it over, or I could just do wget http 10 10 14 7. I'm actually going to do port 81 here slash limpies.sh, because this way I don't need to kill this. I don't really need a shell anymore though, do I? Fine, it doesn't matter. We'll do this one. That's fine. I was going to keep both running, but I don't think we need to. What? Oh. Let's go to the temporary directory and try that again. Hey, right, we've got limpies running. So life is good. We could have curled that across. We could also have just used wget. We could, there's a few ways, you know. We could have used netcat to transfer it. There's plenty of ways of doing this. So let's take a look. We've got 440 on here. We've got a few exploits, which is to be expected. But let's try not using these unless we really have to. There has been one box, I think, where an exploit was intended, I think. Well, at least I couldn't find another way in, so I used an exploit. I used dirty cow or dirty sock or whatever. But I've only done that the once. Can't remember which system that was. It's jumping up and down. Right. Let's see. Okay. Okay, nothing interesting here. Checking the cron jobs. Doesn't seem to be much in there. Listeners I'm never bothered about. We've got a database here, 3306 running. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. May take a look at that soon, because I don't recall. There's no database. There's no accounts, is there, on that website? So I wonder why the database is set up. Or maybe it isn't. So let's take a note of that, mental note. Yeah, I mean, we've got... Oh, that's owned by root, so I won't be able to read that. But we've got like a config thing here. Okay. I mean, there's nothing here which is jumping out as this is vulnerable. LDAP. Not on Linux. Hosts, nothing here. This is not looking good. I'm not finding anything here yet. So unless we get a password somewhere, I think we've covered everything. Oh, permissions. I'm not checked this. Oh, hey. Unknown SUID binary. There we go. We'll grab that. Limpy shows an unknown SUID binary, which is good. And again, User bin screen old. What's the one I just looked at? User bin screen. Okay. Fine. Well, we'll take a note of that as well, but I think they're both roughly the same thing. Except one's an old, probably an old version, or yeah, got a different date on it at least. So we'll take note of both. Nothing really interesting with capabilities here. Access log, limpies. I think that's it. I think that's it. Now, out of curiosity, what I'd like to do is ls var www.html to see if there's anything we missed. So there's exposed hair test. Yeah, that seems to be everything. Was there anything else in uploads? Ls var w. Go away. No, there really isn't, except for the image. Okay, well, that's fine. At least I know I've not missed anything there. And this is why I said I could kill the brute force, because there's no point in having it when you've got access to the system. So the only real thing other than looking in that database, I didn't see any username or password for that database, to be fair, so it might not even be set up, is this screen SUID binary. So we are going to search exploit this. Just to see if there's anything here. Not that I can see. So let's go to what we would expect to go to, and that is GTFO bins. I'm going to look up screen, and then we're going to find something, hopefully. Yes. Oh, no, we've only got shell, file, write, and sudo. We've not got anything for SUID for screen. Oh, no. Although, can I do the same? What happens if I actually just try screen straight off? Where is it? Must be connected to a terminal. Okay, so how about Python? Hang on. Okay, so Python 3 exists, Python 2 doesn't. C import pty dot spawn. We're going to spawn obviously bin bash. Oh, good news, by the way, I'll explain it in a second. Let's do this before I get confused. Okay, screen. Please set a terminal type. Okay, interesting. So what I was about to say was, when I was setting this laptop up, I've done it so that the quotes are actually quotes rather than the weird curly ones. So I did that in formatting, and I can't remember where it was actually. It was file preferences, and then it was under plain text and code, special characters here. So I turned off the smart single quotes. So I was in there changing font sizes and stuff anyway, so I thought I might as well do that. And so now that's never going to be an issue again, which is nice. Right, okay, so this is bad. So let's head to Google now. This is scraping bottom of the barrel now. Screen SUID 450. Was it 450? It was 450. Wow. So screen 450 SUID exploit. Let's try that. GNU screen. So it was in search exploit, but it was under GNU, and I missed that straight off. So It's because I was looking for screen and not GNU screen. So this is our exploit. It looks like, I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Excuse me. Oh man, it looks like a bash script. Am I done? Bin bash. So first create our shell and library. Oh, and then it compiles C code. Compile C code, that's worrying. Which GCC do we have this on here? We do, so we should be able to compile this on the system. Right. Okay, well, let's download this exploit then. And we're going to put it in streaming, sabretooth and Nethemba. Boxes, which one is this? I can't remember. Haircuts, isn't it? There we go. We'll put it in there. So I need to get this over to the system, which I can do with, oh, hang on. Let's kill that. And then let's go into, well, to be fair, let's just grab the command. I don't need sudo for port 81, I don't think. I might do. And just put it in there. There we go. So wget http 10.10.14.7 on port 81 / and what was the name of this? 41. Oh, let's just grab it. It's just easier this way. We'll throw it in there. And then chmod. And then hopefully okay. So let's just run it with bash then 41154.sh. Oh, I put 51, that's why. First create a shell library. Warning, here document at line 10 delimited and end of file wanted EOF what? Okay, 41154.sh. Oh, bad interpreter, no such file or directory. So when we get this like bad interpreter thing, we need to use like DOS to Unix to change it from like Windows formatting to, it's to do with the new lines, I think. Windows formatting to, I mean, you could use DOS to Unix or you could do it in a text editor, but I think DOS to Unix, do I have it installed? No, let's get it. It's to do with the way okay, I don't know how to do this. There we go. Just due to the way the line is like, whether it's new line carriage return or sorry, or just new line or something like that. So that, then file. I think literally I just run this with the converting that to Unix format. There we go. Okay. So let's throw that in there. Oh, I've not got any notes on this at all. So let's just grab this as well. Okay, so we moved it to Unix format, which means that now, unfortunately, we actually have to remove for, and then we should be able to copy the, copy this command. Oh my God, what have I done? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's still sh.1. Okay, let's remove 41154.sh. In fact, Get rid of both of them. Oh, we've got libhackc as well, which seems to have not worked. I don't want to mess things up by having weird files and all sorts of stuff. So I think what we're going to do is make a new directory just called exploit. And then we'll go into that directory. So now we've got a clean working environment here. So we can get this. We can chmod plus x. And then we can now run for 1154.sh. Okay, we've got more. Oh, GCC error. No such file or directory. GCC error. No such file or directory. Oh man. Okay. So it looks like we've got. What is happening? Is that actually saved as a file? So we'll remove that. Oh god. I don't know what's happening. I've just killed the shell. I don't understand this at all. Right, let's run this file again. Let's get back to our shell. What is going on? The box is like severely broken at this point. Yeah, it's like any command I do is running this. Okay, I'm going to have to revert and then go all the way through this again, which really sucks because I can't trust the box at this point. It shouldn't take too long at this point to get back to where I was. I'm going to wait till I get back to where I was and then come back. That beeping's annoying. Right, I've had a break. I'm back now. I've been looking at this in detail and there's a few things here which are causing problems. The first one is, in fact, yeah, I'll explain it to you here. I'll explain it to you right here. If we nano for whatever, this one, did I do DOS to Unix? I think so. I'll do it again because it doesn't harm anything, right? So let's comment out everything we don't need. Well, get rid of that and that. So we've got libhackc, right? This is a library. I mean, it hacks the library, hence libhacks, but I meant it's C code. So we're going to grab the whole of the C code, which is all of this. And we are going to nano, we're going to compile it on our own system and move it over. Does that make sense? So libhackc is here. Right, that's great. So now that we've got it there, we don't need it here. And then we compile it with this. Oh, except it's not in temp, is it? Oh, and even, yeah, fatal error before. Hang on a minute. Oh no, that's fine. Get rid of temp here as well. Right, that's fine. We've got a warning, but we've not got an error. Therefore, I think we're okay. So we don't want that line in our script. It then does root shell.c, which is the next one. So we will grab that as well. Nano root shell.c. You can go in there. And then we compile this one as well with this, but without temp, okay? So we'll get rid of you, and we'll get rid of you. We've got a lot of warnings, but no errors. So if we ls, we've actually got our 2 files here. This is fantastic. So what we're going to do now is comment them out of here. Okay, so all that's left is literally this. And what it's going to do is go into etc, unmask 000, and it's going to run this code. Now, this is interesting. It's going to run screen, but screen is not what is vulnerable. If you look at this, screen 450 is vulnerable, and then there's an old version of screen as well. So let's actually change this to make sure it's the right one, and then let's change this to make sure it's the right one. This makes sense? Okay, I'm not saying this is going to work, but I just want to make notes of it, because if I don't, then I'm going to forget what I've changed and what I haven't. So go away. Let's make notes. So GCC is broken on target. So we compile this as, I can't remember what that was. I really can't remember what that was, but that's okay. libhacks.c. Well, yeah, okay, as libhacks.so. What am I doing? I didn't mean to do that. Here. And this as root shell with, and now I'm just going to take our commands, this might not even work yet, guys. There's a lot of warnings here. Whoops. We comment these out of the 415, I can't remember, 154.sh script, and also change all reference of screen to screen 450. Okay, so at least I've made notes of what we've done. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm saying there's a better chance of this working than the previous version. Nice. So what I actually need to do is get some sort of shell happening. I'll put it back on. I'll put it on 81 again. Okay, and then we'll go back here, cd temp, and then wget http 10.10.14.7 on port 81, and we are getting 41154.sh. We are getting, grab that, libhacks.so, and we are also getting root shell, and then we are chmodding everything. Fine, and then hopefully it's just a case of bash 41154.sh, and that should, that didn't quite work. glibc 234 not found, required by temp root shell. Interesting. So why is that looking for this? Let's have a look at nano root shell. Oh god, wrong one. Nano root shell.c. I mean, is it after anything in particular? It's just setting UID, and it doesn't look too complicated, to be honest. It's setting everything to 0, which is root's number, and then it's trying to run bin sh, so I don't see that as a problem. So why is it that that didn't work? I mean, this is the one with all of these warnings, but it's because I'm declaring set UID deliberately as 0, so it doesn't like any of those. This one is confusing. Too many arguments to built-in function. So it looks like this very, very nearly works. It looks like it very nearly works. It just doesn't quite. I'm not entirely sure why right now. Is that because my system uses libc SO6 and this system does not? Oh no, it does actually have it there. Weird. Now, what happens if I Google this code? Okay. I see. You have a version of glibc older than required or using a non-glibc distro. Okay, so really I should be using Ubuntu to do this, I guess. So let's try installing libc on... Let's stop doing that. Let's see if we can install libc on our system. Oh, why does it keep doing this? It's so irritating. It should already have it though. Yeah, so it's already got the newest version. So this may be the problem. I may need to do this on Ubuntu, which is kind of scary. So it's 10:09 p.m. What I'm going to do is just stop for the night. So tomorrow I'll continue with this, but I'm going to get a virtual machine running with Ubuntu 16.04 because this is likely going to be the easiest way of doing it. This is an old system, and it's never going to work it's never going to be as easy to solve as back when it was first released, because new versions mess things up. So I think we've got the right idea. I think I just might need to compile it on Ubuntu. So I'm not doing that now. I will do that tomorrow. So good night everyone, and I'll see you in a few minutes, or a few seconds. Guys, I kind of just realized something. I've just done an LSL on this, and it shows that temp root shell has got the suid now. So if I run temp root shell, the problem is that it needs this version which has not got. But if it had that, this would run as a suid and it would give us root. So this definitely works. I do kind of wonder whether there is another way of doing this rather than using a root shell C file. Maybe put on an MSF Venom reverse shell. Would this work? I don't know. It's doing things with C libraries, isn't it? So yeah, that's a little bit worrying. That's a little bit worrying. So I've not done anything else, as you can see. It's still having a few issues here. So one thing I can put is, can I compile with an earlier version of glibc? Yeah, so no help the other way around. Programs that depend on newer will not run. Well, I understand that, but I'm just wondering if compile. How to link to a specific glibc version. I mean, maybe here. Yeah, I don't like this idea at all. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look fun at all. So I think what I need to do is get an OS with that version. 2.3.4. I'll install Ubuntu, well, whatever this one is. 16.04. I mean, I should be able to find it. Yeah, Ubuntu, exactly. So 16.04.7, and this is actually 16.04.2 according to this. So I wonder if I can actually get the exact version. Okay. Okay, nice. So it looks like I should be able to do this. Whether I'll do it tonight or whether I'll do it tomorrow, I'm not sure, but it won't make any difference to this video. I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm back, and it's not yet tomorrow. I just thought I'd install Ubuntu 16.04. I've removed, I've got should have a shell back on the system. Yep, I've removed some things, as you can see here. I've just got libhacks and rootshell.c. So we will, where is terminal on this? No, I'm serious, where is terminal on this? Okay. Open terminal, how's that? Brilliant. So let's cd desktop, and then we can wget http. I don't know what my IP address is for on my local network, you see. So let's try that. Oh, that doesn't work. Why isn't that doing anything? Can't copy paste. Fine. 174. And port 81. So what is it we're grabbing from here? I can't remember. Libhacks.so. No, that's the wrong one. Libhacks.c and rootshell.c. Why? Oh, okay. I did 174 as in, yeah, my mistake. Okay, that was good. We'll do the same with rootshell.c. Okay, fine. If you say so. Okay, they're both here. They're both here. Brilliant. Do we have GCC? Okay, good. So, oh, I can't copy paste, can I? Oh, irritating. I have to copy this out. Ridiculous. Right, let's see how I can do this. That was Burp Suite. Go away. This might not be too bad. Okay, GCC. No, I don't want to upgrade. Go away. GCC fpic shared little and now it's well, I'm just going to not put it in temp, but we're going to do libhacks.so and then libhacks.c. Okay, that worked. And then the other one is gcc and then it's just root shell. Brilliant, nice one. Root shell.c. So again, we've still got these warnings, but we now actually have, go away, we actually have these files here. So if config. Okay, so now we're going to do it in reverse. wget http 192.168.185 libhacks.so. Connection refused. Any reason why? 192.168.185. That absolutely is what it is. Okay, so I've got to get these things off here somehow, and I can't drag and drop because need guest editions running. I mean, what if I... how do you even shut this thing down? I don't know how to... There we go. I don't know how to use old Ubuntu, quite honestly. I have installed guest editions, I think, but I just need a reboot. But it'd be quite nice if I can copy things over or drag and drop or whatever. Because otherwise, I'm trying to think, I'll have to use like Netcat or something perhaps would work. Go away. Go away. I don't want to put my password in here. That's not even my password. I thought I set it as boo and I didn't. I put it as X. I either use moo or boo if it's just like a ridiculous thing, but today I used X for no particular reason other than the fact that I can. Are you now going to let me? Oh good, you got halfway across the world. No, still can't, even though I've installed. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to complain too much. So let's see if we can do this using terminal. So I'm going to netcat. I don't know how to do this. CD desktop and netcat. What is my IP again? 192.168.1.174. 192.168.1.174. And in there we put libhacks.so. I need a port number. Yeah, that's not actually done anything because I've not got a listener, have I? NC LVP 9999, and that's going to go out to libhacks.so. Good. Getting tired. Right. Let's run this again. Did that work? It did work. Libhacks.so is now here. So I just need to do this one more time for root shell. Good. And if I do LSL, you can see that libhacks.so and root shell both have data in them. So that's good. Let's get rid of Ubuntu for now because I really can't be bothered to deal with it anymore. So I'm going to shut you down and get rid of you. Okay, now hopefully, we'll get everything we need at this point. So we're going to cd into temp. We're going to wget http 10.10.14.7. I think it's on port 80 at the minute. 81. Okay, good job, I checked, right? 81 libhacks.sh. No, so. We are going to do the same again with root shell. And we're going to do the same again with 41154.sh. And then we're going to chmod everything. And then we run bash 41154.sh. Okay. Okay. That's it, guys. That's it. Never again. Until next time. Never again until next time. Just take all of that, might as well. This didn't work due to library version mismatch. So we repeated the above, compiling on Ubuntu 16.04.2. That one was great fun. Let's get this done because I've had enough. Let's get rid of you, let's get rid of you, let's get rid of you. And it's been like a good 5 hours. I've obviously not spent that long on this system. I've spent a lot of time walking and sleeping and thinking and whatever. But we'll go to adventure mode and we're just going to get these flags in here. We're going to put the root one in first because that one's... need to make sure that's right before I shut everything off. Nice one. I'm actually going to put a difficulty rating on this one of not too easy. And then the other, I can't remember, it was so long ago. What did I do for the other one? Oh, it was just looking for the, yeah, okay. That was easy enough. That was just literally getting the expose.php file and then using some curl flags. That was simple. What? How dare you, sir? Okay, what's happened? How is that wrong? Did I copy it wrong? I don't understand what's just happened. Hopefully I've still got access to this system, which I have. So let's see what I've done. Home Maria cat user. That's totally different. Oh, does it? Maybe it randomizes each time I start the system because I rebooted this one, didn't I? Yes, okay. So that probably is what happened. That probably is what happened. That's fine. I'm not going insane. Very easy on that one. Well, wasn't that fun? Thank you for joining me, guys. I guess this wouldn't be a long video for you, but it's been a long evening for me, so I'm going to go get some sleep, and then I'm back to try Hack Me next time, which I may record tomorrow, actually. So I'll pick a bit of an easier one, I think, just to let things settle before going into mental Hack the Box for next Friday. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Please leave a like if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, share the video around, share the playlist around if you can, and of course visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. We got there. Ubuntu 16. Insane, man. Then again, when this was released, that was probably the latest, so it would have been easier then. We're done.